Oh man, this is not looking good. I thought we did good last month. We're not gonna be able to make payroll at this rate. Joe, we gotta go over these numbers. This isn't something's not looking right. Oh man, we got all these big jobs coming up. We really need these guys to be on point. Joe? Joe, are you there? Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremiah Batista. I'm a funding specialist with Funding and Business. I hope you enjoyed my little introduction there. Don't be like Joe. Today, we're going to be talking about the art of smart borrowing. If you are a business owner who's been operating for over a year, I'm sure you found yourself in a similar situation to Joe. Not necessarily robbing a bank, but maybe you couldn't make payroll, or your equipment broke, or maybe you even had a job upcoming where you needed the upfront capital to make it happen. So today we're going to be talking to you about how you can look at a cash advance and utilize it for your business. How can you get a quick injection of cash as soon as tomorrow to put into your business? Now, in order to use a cash advance in the best way possible, you first have to understand what a cash advance is. So today we're going to be diving on three separate topics. One, understanding what exactly is a cash advance. How does it work? How can I use it? And then we're going to go about understanding where's the best place to find it. Who is the best person to work with? How can I, remove the risk involved with something such as this, with a cash advance, and maximize the amount of benefits that are attached to it. So those are the three things we're going to be looking at today. And the goal is, for the end of this video, I want you to be able to understand what a cash advance is, know when is the best time to use it, and understand the risks that come along with it and how you can avoid them. So what exactly is a merchant cash advance? Now, a merchant cash advance is a form of alternative financing. It is not the same as a traditional loan. It doesn't include the same paperwork. It doesn't include collateral. Okay, the benefits attached to a cash advance is that it's an uncollateralized product. You can receive funding within as little as 24 hours, and you have access to up to 150% of your gross revenue. Okay, so again, it's uncollateralized. You can receive funding in 24 hours, and you have access to up to 150% of your gross revenue. Now, a cash advance is a revenue-based product. Essentially, that means the better your business is performing in terms of cash flow, consistency, the less risk attached to your business, the better terms you're going to receive, the more money, the cheaper it's going to be. Vice versa, the more risk attached to your business, the more expensive the money, the less you're going to receive. Now, the reason for this is because I, as an investor, am buying your future sales at a discounted price. I am looking at minimal paperwork and making an assumption how much money you're going to bring in and giving you capital at a cost up front. That means that I, as an investor, me as the lender, am going to be assuming the most risk. If something goes wrong with your business, if you cannot return the money, the person in the biggest trouble is me. Now, I want to break down an example of someone using a cash advance, how it could be utilized, when you could use it. And I'm going to keep it simple. There's an example here that you can read through. I will leave a link in the description for you to download this entire presentation so you can go over all the information involved. I highly suggest it. There's good info here. But I'm going to keep it simple and short. I want you to imagine you, as a business owner, have been running your company for 2-3 years. You're on your way to a job. The payout of this job is going to be $30,000. Now, on the way there, your truck breaks down. Now, you're going to be making $10,000 off of this job, but you don't have the $5,000 needed in repairs to fix this truck to get there. You just can't front that capital right now. You don't have it. Now, this is when you can reach out to a lender, such as myself, and show me the history of your business. Hey, listen, I've been doing $30,000 a month consistently. I have separate merchants that are paying me out. I have separate contracts. I have strong cash flow. I have good daily balances. I ran into an issue on my way to a job and I need $5,000 to fix my truck and get there. Now, essentially, what I would do as a lender is I would go through your paperwork, go through your criteria, and if you qualify, I'll give you the $5,000 as soon as tomorrow or as soon as the same day. Now, how exactly do we go about acquiring a cash advance? That's a very important thing. So, typically with a cash advance, the qualifications required is you need to have been in business for at least a year. Okay, you need to have been operating for at least a year on paper, and it has to be on paper. You could be a sole prop, you could be a limited liability company, you could be an incorporation. All that matters is that you have been on paper operating for a minimum of 1 year. Now, the more time in business, obviously the less risk attached to you and the better your terms are going to be. We look for a minimum of $10,000 in gross revenue a month. We want to see that you're at least producing $10,000 in gross, not net, every month before we actually decide whether or not we want to lend you out money. An approval process takes about 24 hours, maximum of 48 depending on the deal. And typically the paperwork involved is very simple. We only need the last 3 months of business bank statements. There are some laws changing. California and New York, we do require 4 months of business banking statements. But aside from that, we don't need much more paperwork until finalization, maybe a tax return, maybe a proof of ownership. But the most key important things to get your file in the door is going to be your 4 months of business banking statements and then a simple one-page application that we can take a look at. Now, there's no collateral required on these loans. It's a soft pull on your credit. It's a very simple process. So 4 months of bank statements, an application, and from there it goes to underwriting. We'll take a look and we'll shoot you out an approval. Now, typically, our approvals are going to be within the following basis: a daily, weekly, or bi-weekly payout. We structure these based upon your business. If you're a retail store that's getting paid out on a daily basis, most likely you will receive a daily. If you are a contractor who is getting paid on a weekly basis, you will most likely receive a weekly. So again, every single approval is different. It's all going to be structured and based around your business and what it shows on paper. But typically you're going to be seeing daily to bi-weeklies and approvals, and we only max out at 3 years on the term. So what is the process in acquiring a merchant cash advance? What can I as a client expect when I send in my statements, when I send in all the paperwork I need to start underwriting process? What's going to happen? Now, essentially, you send me your 4 months of statements, you fill out our application. That's going to be compiled, put together, assigned to you, and sent to an underwriting team. Now, the underwriting team is going to do the due diligence, looking at your ending daily balances, your gross deposits, where your money is coming from, the whole nine. That's what they do. And after that, they're going to send us an approval. Okay? Once we receive an approval, we will either call you, email, or text you, whatever you prefer, to let you know what you qualify for. Now, the beautiful thing about a cash advance is that you know how much the money costs. There's no maybe, there's no compounding interest, it's a set flat rate. I'm going to give you A, you're going to pay back B. If you qualify for $10,000, paying back $15,000, there's no extra money on top, there's no additional fees. You're going to get $10,000 and you're going to pay back $15,000. Now, there is some paperwork that we need to finalize. That being said, in order to send you the contract, we will require a photo of your driver's license, or it could be a passport, a photo of a voided check matching the account numbers of the bank statements you sent, and a tax return, and possibly an account receivables report, just to show incoming income to the business. Now, typically, once we have all that information, we will send you out the approval. If you like the numbers, if they make sense and work for your business, you can sign off, take a funding call, do a bank login to verify you own the account. Boom. You just got $20,000 in your bank account. Phenomenal. Beautiful. If you watch this far, you should understand what a cash advance is, how you can qualify, and how you can acquire one and start the underwriting process. But now, how can we mitigate the risk involved with the cash advance? Now, I want you to understand a cash advance is only to be used to either one, bridge a gap between your cash flow, or two, take a hold of opportunity. You don't want to use it to pull yourself out of a hole. You never want to use debt to take yourself out of a hole. That is not what you take a loan for, whether it be traditional, non-traditional, don't ever do it. But if you want to bridge a gap in your cash flow, if you want to grab a hold of opportunity, then a cash advance is for you. Okay? Now, I just want to say thank you if you watched this far into the video. I don't want to make it too long. I just wanted to give you a lot of information, and hopefully this helped you in getting a loan. If there's anything you don't understand, if you'd like to reach out and learn more, you can call me. I'll leave my number in the description. You can leave a comment. I will reach out to you. Or you can download the presentation and go over the information to catch anything that I may have missed. I just want to say my name is Jeremiah Batista. I will link my LinkedIn down below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day and Happy New Year.